Welcome back to the second episode of Carnival Row. This series is already so much fun, in a dark, grim way. There's a lot to love, and the characters do a great job of hauling us right into the action, the drama, and the chills. Second episode start with a police night watchman. Flyers are forbidden in the burg, so it's easily seen when Vignette is flying across the rooftops back to the Spurnrose house, after her tragic visit to see Philo. They are both unhappy, despite her wish to leave him behind. Philo hears of yet another dead Pix. Near the sewer is Aisling Carell, who was attacked by the beast. She was gutted and blood leads back into the sewer. Philo and Constable Berwick go to the woman's apartment, finding an odd little creature running around. Fike, a kobold. They likewise find a friend of hers, Runyon Millworthy, hiding in the closet. Runyon tells them Aisling was a singer once, later becoming a recluse. He hadn't seen her in years, only just having arrived in the burg after being away a long while. Imogen has been up in arms about the fawn like Afisa who's moved in across the way, Agrius Astraean. She's angry about his puffed-up way. Not something the bourgeois likes to see. She and Ezra ask their solicitor, Wigsby, what can be done, and they see they're powerless. At the park, Imogen is left without a parasol. She sends Vignette to go get it when the downpour starts. She winds up under the parasol of Agrius, who knows her already. They have quite the talk. He knows lots about the woman, like the addiction she clearly has to that liquid she keeps in her tiny flask, the stuff she sent Vignette down to Carnival Row to fetch. Oh, my. Scandalous. Unsurprisingly, Philo's not getting help looking into Aisling's murder. Nobody cares about another murdered Pix. They'd rather keep blaming all the violence in a marginalized community on the marginalized themselves. This doesn't stop the inspector, determined to continue investigating, with or without official help. He goes to a fawn, a doctor who's forced to work mainly as a butcher, due to his status, who'll perform an autopsy on a critch. This gives Philo insight into the killing, particularly that the liver's missing. In Bleakness Keep, Philo visits a man called Darius at his cell. They talk of the latest killing. From the sounds of it, these two men fought together in the Great War. They sing an old battle hymn together from their time fighting for the burg. Philo visits Darius each day. We continue to see honor in the copper soldier. But he's also left behind hurt in his wake. Poor Vignette waited 7 years just to come across him in the city. Now she's working for Ezra, being called a critch cunt, and nearly sexually assaulted before escaping into the night. He blames it on her attempting to steal, which makes Imogen determined to go to the police. Vignette goes to stay with Tourmaline, through whom we see more of the immigrant experience the Phi. Like contemporary immigrants, they must often give up their occupations from home. She, a poet laureate in Tiernanog, like the doctor from another land earlier, and resort to any work available to them. She tells Vignette about a group from the homeland, the Black Raven. Might be a better fit than survival sex work at the hotel. Fits with her previous work fighting the Pact. Jonah has been kidnapped. His father Absalom and mother Piety aren't surprised where he was when he was taken. The Chancellor won't have his family fucked with, so Piety brings a Haru Specs, Ioff, who's advised her family for generations. Critch magic is a sin against the martyr. Her husband claims even he's bound by Judeo-Christian values. She insists it's the only way to get Jonah home safely. The witch sees whoever took Jonah as someone attempting to drive the Chancellor from his seat of power. The Breakspears are sure it's Ritter Longerbane. It's actually Mom herself, and she's manipulating Absalom at every turn. Vignette is taken to see Dahlia and the Black Raven. She's schooled about the world they exist in now. She calls humans leggers, and explains how they're envious of magical creatures. She kills one of her own, a traitor, in front of Vignette. A scary, but necessary way to explain the stakes. Vignette is willing to fight for her own kind. First, she must accomplish a feat for Dahlia. At the station, Philo gets wind of Imogen's report on Vignette. He takes it upon himself to visit the Spurnrose house. He wants to settle the 50 guilders debt. Ezra is willing to let it go for the money, given he's squandered the family fortune, whereas Imogen is a spite-filled racist who'd rather hunt Vignette down. The inspector pays the debt, then questions Ezra. He knows Vignette wouldn't have stolen, and susses out what really went on, taking back his money. A woman called Mima Sasan goes to see Ashling's corpse. She tells Philo, a great evil, neither man nor Phi, killed her. The inspector is reluctant to wholly believe it, whereas Mima tries to tell him to keep an open mind. There was a time when the Phi and other magical creatures were believed fiction, too. Vignette is tasked by the Black Raven to grab a flag right out of the police station. She has Tourmaline cause a distraction, allowing time to fly up and cut the flag down. Coppers notice. She's quick to make a run for it, nearly getting shot. She runs into Philo, threatening to tell others about their prior relationship unless he lets her out of there. And so she goes out the window. It's going to be a wild ride to see where things go, from the larger thematic implications of the show's whole premise, to all the various plots among the characters. Never miss another episode of this series. Click on the above notification bar for the next episode. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more stories and exciting videos.